Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Making of Limitless Dental with Dr. Nick Ciardiello. I'm your co-host, Ashley Joves, and we are so close, right, Nick?
Yeah. Hopefully, for 3 or 4 weeks, barring any delays. The recent one was the fire inspector. We're ready. Fire inspector
You're
gave us
ready.
like a 9/18 date, and that's like 3 weeks from now. And yeah. So like we're trying to move it forward. It's just like you're fighting against all these things. But we're close.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so just to recap some things that we talked about. Oh wait, before we do that, how have you been? Like how's life?
Yeah,
How's stress levels? How's all
it's
that?
up there. It's up there. I'm trying to like. Fortunately, I am only working clinically 2 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday right
Oh,
now.
nice, nice.
Yeah, so and this happened maybe like a month ago, maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago, when I thought I was closer to being open. But obviously it's been delayed. But like the good thing about social media, I'm making enough on social media and the 2 days a week that I don't have to worry about working the other days clinically, which is like lucky. Like I'm lucky that I've had that. But still stress is up there. I'm 7 days a week. I'm at that office seeing, what's going on and just
Right.
hoping to get through soon.
It's stressful, but so exciting, right? At the same time.
Every small little thing, like the paint colors up, like this, that,
Yeah.
it's like, oh shoot, it's getting closer and closer. Like it's cool seeing that.
It's I I live for this part. Like just to see something emerge from nothing.
Mhm.
It's I think it's why we do what we do and why we voluntarily subject ourselves to this level of stress, right, Nick?
Yeah. It's unfortunate because like, before this process, I always was like, it can't be that hard to do
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo, this is hard. Like I've gotten a lot of help from like my family and stuff, that like my girlfriend has helped me design stuff and all this. I couldn't imagine that not having the support. Like these days they make it so hard to open up a business, and especially dental, medical stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like, why would anyone really want to do that anymore? You know what I mean? It's just like they make it too hard. There's too many red tapes everywhere.
Right, right. No, absolutely. Before we get into your current progress in your office, did we really dive deep into why a startup and why not just become a partner or acquire an existing practice? Because I'm not sure we did.
We might have touched on it when I like just
Touched
spoke
on
about
it.
my past. I was practicing for, I guess, for 6 years at this, 6.5, 7ish years at this point, and I had a couple partnership opportunities with some good offices, and the one that I really thought was going to be my everyday place was a
Yeah.
very great cosmetic guy, and he sold to Dental 360, or he sold to a a what's it called, a franchise,
Okay.
and I and they offered me like the world. They said, "Come back. We know you're going to be the future." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Can you put it on paper?" And they were like, "Work for us for a few months, and then we'll get a contract for your partnership in the whole company, sort of thing." And I was like, "I don't do that. Like, I need a contract now." So I left, and at that point, I was just like, "I'm just doing it myself. I'm tired of relying on other people to do all these things."
Yeah. No,
So
sure. So you were working at that place for how long? Six,
about two
6 years?
years.
Two
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
Two
and it was
years.
very, very good practice. We're talking like 4 to 5 mil. And it only me and him, and I was only there 3 days a week, and he was there 3 days with two
Oh my
hygiene.
gosh.
And it was only like a 4 op practice, and he was building a fifth op for me, an extra. And then all of a sudden, it stopped getting built. And that's like, oh God, what's going on? And then I showed up one day. It's like sold. I was like, no.
No way.
I,
Oh my
I
gosh.
understand his point. I can't, even if I was going to buy that office, I can't
Yeah.
give him the same price that a franchise can. So like a corporate can. So I get it. And he's older. He wants to retire. I'm like, I get it, man. Like you don't have to explain it. It's all money
Yeah.
at that point.
It's all money talks, unfortunately. Did
Yep.
did you look for any just like existing practice that you weren't necessarily connected to at the time?
I did. Like it's tough because like they have all of these brokers out there, and
Yeah.
the brokers make you fill out like a whatever, like a non-disclosure or whatever. You get it, and then you just get emails like every couple of days. Oh, these are the
Yeah.
practice for sale, and it's like you're sitting there and you're not really. You feel like you're not doing anything because you're just receiving emails, and you're like, I'm waiting for the perfect one. When is it going to come? And it
Right.
gets more stressful because like I'm waiting for a practice that's good or like okay-ish for me to do. And it just like never really, I did that while I was signing up to do the startup before like I signed the lease. For those 3 months, I was actively looking for a lease for my location, but I was also looking through brokers to see if I can find something. And the lease
Gotcha.
happened first. And then I was like, all right, at this point, I'm just going to go that route.
I feel like our stories are so similar. Like I had an associateship that the owner doc, once I got in, she was like, I'm ready to retire. Let's get you in and become owner. And it was at the same time that I was like, well, I was looking on the market for so long for all these practices to become available. And here, I don't know about where you're at, but where we're located, there were buyers that were just buying practices sight unseen, like not doing their due diligence, offering over what the sellers were
Mhm.
asking for. I'm like, this is absurd. Like you have no idea what you're getting into. And but yeah, that owner basically things did not work out.
Uh,
And
how long were you
then
there?
um 9 months, nine
Okay.
months. But she was looking for someone to take over for a few years. Like she was ready to walk away, and the same thing
In
happened.
California,
DSO.
can you be a non-dentist and own a dental office?
I,
'Cause Jersey, you can't.
that's a
But
good
at least,
question.
yeah, some states you can, some you can't. So,
I am. That's a good question. I should look that up because I know that where Colin was working at before, they had multiple offices, and the guy who owns it or runs it is not a dentist, but his sister is. So I don't know if it's through her and then he just, is the CFO of it. I have no
yeah,
idea.
I
But
think
that's
that's
a
what a
good
lot of these
question.
companies skirt that. I think they
Yeah,
like they pay someone, here's your 5% of the company. You don't even have to
right.
be here, but we're using your license so we can own this office.
Right. No, absolutely. Okay, so just to recap your story, you graduated from dental school and you were working as an associate commuting like every which way for 6 to 7 years, just grinding it out.
Mhm.
Your you thought you were going to be able to buy in to that really successful small practice. Oh, and I just want to point out, I mean, that's just proof that you don't need 13 chair op to produce multi-million dollar dentistry. It's like,
Mhm.
that's amazing.
Mhm.
Okay, so that fell through because DSO came into the picture, which I mean,
Yep.
they have their fingers in everything these days. So,
Mhm.
and now you found the lease, the perfect location, and then it was go time. Did I
Yep.
get all that correctly?
Yeah, the go
Okay.
time, you made it sound faster. The go time was like 2 years, but yeah, it was go time 2 years
Okay.
ago.
See, it was go time 2 years ago, and now here we are
Still go
talking
time.
about it's still go time. I'm not going to talk about Smile and Co, but it was also a 2 year process. So
How's it going right
yeah,
now? The new
it's
one.
I mean it's amazing. Like patients are coming in
Awesome.
and they're just so wowed by the interior. And anybody who says that design does not matter
Just about to say
is
that. Yeah.
is not true.
Yeah.
It's so not true. Like if you read our reviews, it's all about like the whole experience, the ambiance, like how they're feeling, how does it smell, all that stuff. So
Mm.
yeah, no, I am so happy that like I walk into our office every day and I'm like, this is amazing. This is like a dream. It really is. I mean,
It's awesome.
not to say that it's all rainbows and butterflies. And if you didn't listen to my last recording, you'll know that I've been in this weird state. But this is about you today, Nick, because Brian is going to be where is Nick in this?
Is
Okay,
it,
so
wait, is your audio coming in okay, real fast? Because it was just muffled a little bit.
um,
Wait, do I
it,
sound okay to you?
yes. Can you hear
You're
me?
you're better
Okay.
now. You're muffling for a little bit, but just want to make sure. All
It's
good.
probably because I talk with my hands. Oh, and because I have my cleaners over today and they are vacuuming. That sounds super bougie, guys. But one thing that I have learned after listening to so many podcasts is that you need to delegate what you do not want to be
Yeah.
spending your time on.
Our time's money.
I, oh, our time is money and hiring. Gosh, Brian and I, we love a clean house. We work crazy during the week, and the last thing we want is to have a house that we have to like clean toilets and all that stuff. So yeah, we pay someone to do it, and it's been amazing. It's like
It
sanity,
feels good
and we
coming
have
home.
3 boys. Oh
Three.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. So okay, so back to you, Nick. So I've been peeping the story, and it is looking good. Walk us through like what's happening at the moment at Limitless Dental.
So I was there like so we actually passed electrical. So, and I don't know
Nice.
if it's like this in every other state. So in the beginning, there's 4 inspections, and then halfway through the project, there's another 4. And at the end, there's another 4, and then CFO. So we passed out of
Right.
the last set of 4, we already passed the first one. Monday, we have plumbing and building coming, and then fire
What?
2 weeks. Yeah. So it's moving fast, right now it's about like adding the jewelry around the
Yeah.
office, like the picture frame, like the whatever pictures and the little things on the walls to like give it like more life. Now
Yeah.
we're at that point now because all the final touch-ups for painting's been done. So that's kind of, starting to shell out some money for some art and stuff like that, I guess.
Oh my, wait, so did I miss your chairs are already installed?
Yeah, we did 3 chairs to start, so they're all
Three
installed.
chairs.
Belmont.
3 Belmont chairs already installed.
Mhm.
And don't need it. Thank you. Um, so the Belmont chairs are installed. When does all of your training? Because I saw you lost your assistant. Walk us through that.
Yeah, so it's so funny how that worked out too. So I hired this awesome gentleman. He just got out of the army. He was an assistant and hygienist in the army, and he was just looking for like kind of a start. He just moved to the area, and he was a great guy. I hired him, and then he was very, very nice. He texted me yesterday at like maybe 9:30 in the morning as I'm taking out a failing implant. That one of my patients that I put an implant on is I put 2, and one of them on the other arch. I open it up, and as I'm opening, I look at my watch because the text message and it's from Katron. I have
No.
fine, and I'm like looking at pus, and I'm like, oh my god, this couldn't be worse. So he had a great deal. Like if he went back for 3 more years, he could retire with full benefits at like 35 or 4, whatever he was. And I was like, I get it, man. Like I get it. So go ahead. And fortunately, I just had a couple interviews this morning already. I have a couple on Monday. I'll probably be able to flip someone by, early next week, hopefully.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sure you will have no problems filling that spot. And it just sucks though. Like I used to think that, the people that we are going to hire, this is so naive. When I opened Folsom, I really thought everybody who joins me was going to retire with me. I'm like, I'm going to be that kind of boss that's like, we're never going to experience turnover. How crazy is that? Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's wild.
It's just it's so the crazy thing, because of the inspections, right? Like different states have different rules on what can be at the office when the CFO inspector comes
Yeah,
in, right?
right.
So apparently in my area, one of my contractor said the last office that he got a CFO in my city, they had people already on the phones there when the CFO guy came there. And then like, I've heard things, other people were like, you can't have anything there. And it's just like, what is it? Can I have my 3D printer set up, or is like, I'm going to fail if I have my 3D printer set up? So like, I don't have that
Right.
set up yet because I don't want to set it up and have to break it down just in case. So yeah. And then with training, since the fire one's in 3 or 4 weeks, can we train? We're not seeing patients. Can I bring these people in to be like, hey, we're just going to work on the phones today? Like, can you? Like, I don't know how it works in every state.
That is a great question. I always thought that you can't technically have people in the building until you get that. Um,
And that makes sense. But I'm there every day. My girlfriend's there. There's other
yeah,
people who aren't contractors. We're setting up stuff. Like, it's just like,
right.
if we can do that, why can't like I just have my front desk girl there watching
Yeah,
open dental training
right.
videos? Like, what is that going to do to anything?
Yeah, no, I agree, but just to play devil's advocate, if your employee slips and falls because something was not right on the flooring grade, and then she raises a complaint, and they do their research and they say, okay, well, you actually didn't pass your final inspections yet.
Mhm.
Like that is, I am, it is such a litigious culture that you
Mhm.
just never know. But I totally agree. Like it makes sense. You're there, your girlfriend's there, but you're also the owner.
Yeah.
So you're not going to sue yourself. And I'm pretty sure your girlfriend loves you and she won't do that to you.
Not yet. It might be in like 20 years or something. Who knows?
You better keep her happy, Nick.
Yeah. But like
But
so the weird thing is though, like, so there's nothing gonna be happening at the office for 3 weeks, and I want to have
yeah,
2 weeks of training. So like
yeah,
now do I have to wait until that 3 weeks and then
yeah.
another 2 weeks of training? Now I'm not opening till October, and it's just like I just wasted all of September. Like it's just
No,
easy how that stuff works.
absolutely. And I would say because it's such a Zoom culture these days, just
I
doing
could do it.
training
Yeah,
on
you're right.
Zoom.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
I have you already started writing down your protocols and procedures that you're going to have your employees like start implementing?
Yes, so like it's so the first thing I started with was a schedule, right? And like each
Okay.
day I write what employees are going to be there from 8 to 9 a.m. is flex training, 9 to 10. You know what I mean? Like I have
Yeah.
those sort of things. And then I have I have a office manual handbook for like front desk, and I have another
Okay.
manual for, office manager, another one for hygienist, another one for assistant. And like, I'm,
Nice.
yeah, it's just like I'm trying to get them like all there, but like
Yeah.
it's hard to get it like you like so specific to your office when you don't even have anything kind of there. And it's just
Right.
I'm having a tough time just kind of like getting the exact trainings, because like for me, I
Yeah.
don't want to waste any time. So it's like, how
Right.
can I maximize their time without just being like, we're watching a 2 hour stupid thing, not learning anything. You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
like, and
I
then
know.
now with all my equipment people, like the chair guy wants to come in and show us how to use chairs. The mid-mark guy
Right.
wants to tell us how to sterilize with this. So it's just like 2 weeks, I'm setting up 20 different appointments. And since we've been getting delayed and delayed, I've already had these all scheduled. So every day we get delayed, I'm removing a schedule. I'm redoing all my Zoom meetings with people, and this keep pushing. It's just like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but it's annoying. Like you keep doing
It's
that because you just don't,
annoying.
you're in the middle zone. You don't know what to do.
Dude, time is money. It's
Yep.
crazy. Um, dang. So you're 3 weeks out and then potentially going to be starting training in your office then. So
Yes.
that your your target date of seeing patients then would be in
So,
October.
so initially when we got like that bad date for fire, my
Yeah.
mother is friends with all the inspectors now. So she texted
Oh
him.
no.
He
Yeah.
moved 10 days earlier, or 10 or 11 days earlier. So
Nice.
really the day after, the 6th or 7th of September. So if we can do that the 6th or 7th, apply for our CFO, hopefully get that within the next 3 or 4 days. I think the 18th of September is probably reasonable at this point.
Okay.
So that's what I'm shooting for.
Nice. Okay. So the chairs are in. You have your 3D printer. Don't know if you can set it up yet because of the inspection. Your your flooring guy came back and redid the
Well,
floor.
like not the flooring guy per se. The
Okay.
contractor had
Okay.
one of his other guys just rip it up, and like
Okay.
sitting there when he's putting it, I was like, "This isn't the flooring guy. This isn't gonna come out good." And I just was
Okay.
in my head,
Okay.
and I was like, "Guys, can you stop? Because like I don't think you
Yeah.
guys should be doing this." And then the contractor like called me, and he was like, "Just they know what they're doing. Let them do it." Well, that was the second time they messed up. Then they messed up a third time, and now the fourth time it's good now. So like,
Oh dear.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now we're um so I imagine that you're no, I won't ask you that. I won't ask you that because we're gonna be very PC about this. Okay, so what else are you waiting on any other equipment delivery at this point?
I have everything. I got the trios. I
Have
got my
everything.
CT is already hooked up. The Vautech CT. I got everything at this point. So
Nice,
yeah,
nice. And then are your supplies ordered or are you waiting
already
until
have them.
You
I
have
ordered them.
all your supplies.
I have everything. I ordered them on, I'm an idiot because I thought we were going to be like closer to opening. So I ordered them on the 16th and I got them on the 17th. And now like I'm gonna have to worry about the LIX expiring like when I open
Uh,
it. It's just like
oh my gosh. Okay, so what was your system on how to make this initial bulk order? Did you go through like all the things that you currently use? Did you do catalogs and compare line items? Like, because it is a daunting task to start
yeah.
from nothing. How did
Mhm.
you do this?
So I actually, well, I'm working with Henry Schein, right, for all my equipment
Okay.
and even my, they did my, I guess, disposable orders and composite order and stuff. And the gentleman there, Alan, he's unbelievable. He actually has a sheet set up like for this, and it's a 2 hour phone call. You jump on the phone with him and you literally start from the top, endo, everything. He goes through and he's like, what do you
Okay.
need? You need this. He
Nice.
goes, this is how many I recommend for a startup. I recommend one of these. I recommend two. So that got me there because he was awesome. It gave me a standardized thing, everything I needed to open the doors. And then I would just
Okay.
adjust my little things like, oh, I want this cement because Coy said it. And then he would just change those little things to make it, to me.
Right.
So
Right.
very,
So
they
you
were very helpful.
gotcha. Oh, good. And I love that you know where your time is best spent because you're still branding and marketing and doing all your social media, which we're going to spend a long time diving into that because I'm extremely intrigued. But most docs, they don't want to go with Henry Schein or Patterson because they're trying to save
Mhm.
money. So then they will go online comparing 1,000 websites, comparing 1,000 catalogs, line item per line item. And guys, if you can, do something else that is going to be moving
Yeah.
your business forward, it's I would say like just bite the bullet, get
Mhm.
get that out of the way, and then not worry about it. And and it sounds like you agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially for the first order for the office, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
like so much other things going on. Even if you overpay a little bit in the beginning to get everything, when you're
Yeah.
reordering in the future, then you can go on Net 32 if you want and try some cotton rolls from there. You know what I mean? But like
Mm.
in the beginning, you have so much things. Like all you have to do, I'm comparing cotton rolls on each one. Like I don't have time for that.
So where are these boxes of supplies? Are they in your living room right
There's some in my garage, there's some up in my guest room, there's some in my basement, and there are some at the office too, and there's some in my car. So like they're
now? Oh,
everywhere. Yeah.
geez. Okay, so let's talk about the fun stuff, at least fun stuff for me. Have you already started ordering furniture?
Yes. So I already have my furniture for the front. I already have my chairs for the front.
Okay,
I almost have almost everything at this point, at least ordered if not
at least
received. And this is where like
where
my girlfriend jumping in being an interior designer
yeah.
because like
Yeah.
the chairs that I got, they look like they're very expensive chairs because my girlfriend knows these are a good knockoff of the one. So like someone can look at it
Yeah.
and be like, I don't know the names of them, but they're like, oh yeah, that's a nice ass chair. I got it for like $200 for, you know what I mean? It's you have to know where you can do those
Yeah.
little things. So
So what are the websites then that you use to get all your furniture ordered?
so let me just look real fast because I like have so many of these emails. I just ordered. So one of the ones was Buy Bespoke. So BYBE and then Spoke is SPOEK. I ordered like a
Nice.
bunch of my executive armchairs from there, and they had
Nice.
tremendous deals. They were 50% off deal when I ordered all my waiting room ones, which would have been like
Love it.
2,500 to like 1,200.
Oh,
So it was just like, oh
sheesh.
yeah, for 8 or 9
Nice.
chairs though. But I was like, all right, at least it's like half off and they look very good. So I used them, and then also like the thing I noticed. So I went to like an office furniture place, right? And my mom
Okay.
was like, "Why don't you go try this place down the street?" And it looked danky. I go in there. The desks that they sell are like 7 grand, and you're like, "How is that
What?
affording?" But it's just like go online. I for my room, for my office manager's room, and for my second station for like my brother who's the video guy. I have stand sits for all of them. And like
Okay.
there's a good look to it. They were 600
Yeah,
bucks, which doesn't sound like, but I had to put them together, and it took me 5 hours to put it together. So it would have been a lot more, but I put in the day to put that, some of
right.
those little cabinet things that come with them. Like, yeah, it sucked. I wasted 3 days doing that, but I probably saved a couple $1,000 by doing that.
Oh man, I think those stand sit desks are super cool. And it really is. I mean, it can be a lifesaver for someone's back who's always just sitting down. Yeah, no, I love
Good
it.
energy too. Like I like the
Yeah.
energy. Like you walk in here, so someone sees you already standing working a thing. It's just like it's a lively energy to me.
Yes. Now, did you already get your arcade game?
Yeah, it's there. It's in the lobby. I've had it for about like 3 or 4 weeks now. It's still covered.
Oh,
We
okay.
Yeah, we played it for like a minute, but like we didn't. Everything was so dusty there. I don't want to leave it open too much to let dust get in the buttons and stuff like that. So it's there.
Absolutely. Who are you using for uh, your phones?
Mango.
Mango. Okay.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
using
Mango Flex
Mango,
Moolah. Um,
Moolah,
yeah, for the merchant services, which I still have to kind of do. And then yeah, those are
and
those
Open Dental.
open dental, correct?
Open Dental. So
Yeah.
Mango Flex, Moolah, Open Dental.
Are you Flex Mango
And
or are you Weave?
we are actually Casper.
Oh, Casper. Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good product too. That's very good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really just love Kareem. He's a
Hmm.
dentist and he's such a good person. Like
He's a hard
it's
worker too. He's a
he's
hard
a
worker.
hard worker and like just so committed to
Mhm.
delivering whatever the best of the best is. So I love
Yeah.
that. I support that.
Yeah, that company's gonna keep
Okay.
going because he keeps pushing them. So that company's
Oh
gonna get.
yeah.
He has a good drive.
Yes, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Okay, let's talk about marketing. Like, so you mentioned in the beginning that you had already dropped down to working 2 clinical days at your other offices because,
Hmm.
well, one, because you're opening this beauty, but two, social media has been awesome at offsetting your income. So walk us through, Nick. Like you are just like killing the Instagram game, like your partner deals. Like how did that I know we had talked a little bit about it, but I don't think we did a really deep dive into how this began and what it takes to grow and maintain. Because
Hmm.
I mean, it's not just like a little hobby that you're devoting an
Yeah,
hour a day
it's a lot of
to.
time.
It's a
Like
lot of time.
it's so the recent deal, like I just posted today. So I have a 3 post deal with Amex and that I just
Okay.
started with today. And like brands like this, they'll reach out. Like for me, I don't post 5 days a week anymore. I post like once a week, which is like not, I know it's not good. That's why like my growth is like kind of like stagnity a little bit because I'm not posting 5 days a week, but
Yeah.
I'm still getting the views. I'm still getting the engagement. I'm still getting the companies reaching out to me because like for I think my brand deals have evolved from when I started. When I first started, it was like free products, right? Because like I was a young
Hmm.
dentist or a dental student who didn't have the experience or didn't have like the training to demand more. And that even if your following isn't that great, but you are a expert or you're considered an expert, you'll get paid more because of the time that they're taking up of you to film the videos. And that's how I phrase
Gotcha.
it these days. You're not paying me for the one post. You're paying me for the time that I have to take out of my chair to do your
Right.
video. And that's how I see it now. I never wanted to work with companies for products I wouldn't use. Okay. So like I worked with Dentist by Serona, I worked with Henry Schein, I worked with Colgate, right now with Amex, Laurel Road, all these like companies are bigger brand, like Zoom. Like I was with all these people at some point, and like I started in the beginning by accepting free products, and at some point, as I started getting more experience, it started being like, oh, I'll take 500 for the post, and then it's 1,000, then it gets more and more, and as my experience goes, my rates go up. So like right now I'm demanding like 8 to 15,000 a post. So
Dang.
yeah, so
Nick, you're a
it's been very
freaking
nice.
beast.
Yeah, it's been very good. So
Oh my God.
yeah,
Eight
and
to
then I
ten
still get the people who
thousand a
email me and
post.
they're like, a random like toothbrush company would be like, we'll send you free product if you put our posts out. I'm like, hey, what world? Like, I don't do this. What? I think our time is free.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're like too fly. Don't
Yep.
bother me. So let's talk about your structure, I guess. Because is your brother, is he already moved back to Jersey?
So hopefully by the end of the year. And like
Okay.
I first started these brand deals in the beginning, like I was filming myself on a gimbal. And what I would do is I would film with my iPhone. I would send my brother the 20 videos and then he would edit it from California and send it back. And like that's how we were doing it in the beginning. And like now at this point, I'm too busy to do all that filming myself. So it's hard with one person. It could take 3 or 4 hours to film a video that it would take us 10 minutes if he was here. So like
Right.
once I started making enough money to pay him good to fly back, then I just started, hey, fly back. We'll do 3 sponsored posts. We'll film 3 sponsored posts over the course of this weekend. And then it's worth him to fly out there. So like that's how it's evolved from this like me using a gimbal. Now he's using a $15,000-$20,000 video camera to do my videos. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome. It's like pro quality. Like Netflix uses his camera for some of their movies. So it's just like it's cool.
So okay, so he's your videographer and your editor.
Yeah.
And then where are you getting your creative genius from? Where are you getting your content ideas? This just comes naturally to you, Nick?
Like it so like I have like moods like when sometimes I'm my most creative when I'm at the gym or I'm driving to the gym at
Okay.
like 5 in the morning. I'm at the gym, I have a note open. If I think of something, I'll just write a
Yeah.
note and just like funny idea, like veneer this, and I'll write it down, and like I might never visit it again, but sometimes I do. So like
Yeah.
it's just usually a so process, and like a lot of times like these companies when they send you like an 8 PowerPoint presentation guiding you to what your content should be like, right? And they give
Okay.
you certain
Mhm.
keywords that you have to say. They say, hey, your first post, we want you to focus on the business suite. The second one, this. And then there's rounds like this deal with Amex I signed 4 or 5 months ago. And the first post just came out because like it's revisions, it's edits. Like we're talking 4, 5, 6 edits per video, and it's back and forth.
Wow.
They're like record voiceovers, and it's just like it's a lot of time that people don't,
Oh,
but it is. And like they pay net 60. So like I'm not even getting paid until after my last post 60 days after. So like I'm not seeing that pay for probably like 4 or 5 more months, which is like it is what it
holy
is.
smokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So I
that's
need,
crazy.
yep. And like some companies will do net 45. Some companies pay me half after, like one company I had 4 posts with. Initially, they wanted to pay me after all. I'm like, no, pay me after 2 and then pay me after the last 2. And what I just realized is like the other day, I'm going to get my own contract to have them sign, because like this last company I worked with, they emailed me at 2 o'clock and they're like, can you have a revision to the voiceover in the video by today and post it today? And it's 2 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm seeing patients for the next 4 hours. So I'm getting my own contract. I would recommend, if you guys are getting into it, make rules, because like they won't like, they think you're a full-time influencer. That's what a lot of these people think. So it's just like, I don't know.
Oh
It's
man.
yeah, it's annoying. I know it's like first world problems, right? But like
For
it's
sure.
still
Well,
different kind of
I
stress.
different kind of stress. And I think I mean, this is a job. It's crazy.
Mhm.
I did not think that they were going to be so hands-on throughout the process. I thought they were gonna let you just run with it, but to hear
Yeah.
the back and forth,
Mhm.
that's yeah, I mean it makes sense, right? They're paying you
Good
money
money.
to
Yep,
to be a good PR
exactly.
for them. So that's oh man. So are you not entertaining any of the smaller companies anymore then?
No, I think it depends on the product. Like if I'm going to use something for my office or it's something, right now my current deals are like Amex and Laurel Road, and I have something with like Henry Schein and a couple other small, like ones that like are out there, like sort of kind of going on right now. I'm like KOL for a
Yeah,
couple different people, but like, I never post like about the KOL stuff, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But like I'm
yeah,
open to products if it's like, if it fits like my brand, and like it fits like
right,
I want good stuff, good quality. I don't want like I'm not the one to cut corners. So like the products that I use have to be representative, because I don't want person going on my page and then being like, this guy's promoting this XYZ terrible brand and he's trying to sell me $40,000
right.
worth of years. It's just like, that doesn't work. But Amex next to that kind of works because Amex is a name brand. So like we know that. So
Right,
like that's why I stick
right.
with companies like that, because for cosmetic surgeries, you need to stay in that sort of echelon.
Absolutely. Now, are you, do you have an attorney look through all of these contracts before you sign?
So initially, like let's say 3 or 4 years ago, when I started actually getting decent money, like 2 grand, 2,500 a post and stuff like that. That's when I was first like, all right, maybe I should get a lawyer to do this. So like I contacted a lawyer. I was like, hey, how much is it going to cost to have you on retainer? And it was like, he was like, it's $1,700 a month. And I was like, if I'm only making 2,500, because like for me, I don't post that much. So like I'm not doing 7 sponsored posts a month. I'm doing two, maybe two. So like that would eat so much of my profits if I were to do that. And a lot of these contracts these days with these brand companies, they're the same. They're the same. So if you've read one,
Gotcha.
it's just standard by the book influencer agreements. And just, personally, I don't think it's worth the money to do that right now, as long as you know the certain things to look for. Like, are they going to be using your image in perpetuity? Do they own the video? Like little things like that, you just have to look for in the contract. And like, if they want to own the video, they have to pay you more. Okay. So like, because some people want to just use the video, other people want to own the video to use on all their other platforms. So if they're going to do that,
Right.
you need to get paid more. And then there's like people will be like, you can't work, like let's say I work with like X toothpaste company. They'll have a stipulation, you can't work with any other toothpaste companies for a year after you post this. So if that's
Oh,
in the contract, you have to ask for more money because they're taking away future
yeah,
potential income that.
absolutely. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, that makes sense. Now, your very first time you got income from this, is that someone who just reached out and said, I'm gonna pay you? Or did you proactively start messaging companies and say, hey, I'm Nick, I'm building a following, this is my platform, I'm interested in a partnership.
I would say 98% of the partnerships I've had, they've reached out to me. I feel weird like reaching out to them, to companies. A lot of it, they just find me on social media and they're like, oh, I think you're going to be a good fit. And then they send me an email, and then that's how the chain starts. There's maybe been 1 or 2 companies I've actively chased, and like one of them was Colgate back in the day, because like I had like I like Colgate, and like I had someone who helped me out get involved with them. Like that was when I kind of actively, and that was like my biggest paycheck to date. So that was, oh, it was awesome. But otherwise, it's mostly I get messages. I weed them out, which ones I want to do, which ones I don't, and then I kind of just go from
Yeah,
there.
no, that is amazing. I have a question for you that has nothing to do with the partnership side, but just
Mhm.
our own limiting beliefs, I guess, because so many of us don't want to be on camera or don't want to like look stupid, feel stupid, like receive messages that may not be the most positive. Have like how have you just like done it anyway? Like regardless of this may be dumb, but you know what? I'm just going to put myself out there. Or have you always just had that mentality that, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go.
In the beginning, all my friends talk crap. And like and even people I went to dental school with, they're like, what's this guy
Right.
trying to do? What's he trying to do? And like just these past couple years, like my good friends will turn to me and they'll just be like, you're making them laugh. Like you're laughing now
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
making 6 figures from
Yeah.
social media. Like get out of here. Like it's in the beginning, like I did feel weird sort of doing certain kinds of posts. And as I matured, I get away from doing I don't like vanity photo. Like I used to take like photos of me in scrubs because that used to work when I was in dental school
Yeah.
because the algorithm. And then like I was like, I don't want to be like vain anymore. Like I don't want to like do that. So I started talking comedy. And comedy to me was easier because I felt like I wasn't just standing there to try to look good. I was like providing some sort of value content to a dentist or dental hygienist or an assistant that they can laugh at. So like we're
Yeah.
laughing together, even though they might be laughing at me, I'm laughing at me too. And like that's how I kind of like positioned it, because like it was tough in the beginning for sure. And it just like once you
Yeah.
find which direction you want to go, it got a little easier. And then at some point, all my friends just they don't care anymore. You know what I mean? They didn't,
Yeah.
they didn't understand I'm building a brand. So like, you know,
Right. Right. So just do it. You guys
do it.
hear that? Just do it. Like
Yeah.
I was watching this one speaker talk about how like there's video is the most compelling thing that you can do for your business. Like there
Hmm.
is nothing that is going to replace like your future clientele being able to see you and all of that. Do you think that your brand partnerships or anything like that or would be um, something that you would have to navigate differently once you do have your own practice? Like,
What do you
because
mean? Like, what do you mean?
I
Like legally?
okay, um, let me rephrase that because so we have the podcast, we have the retreat, and for so long I didn't talk about the retreat or the podcast or anything like that on my business page
Hmm.
because I didn't want my patients knowing that I do this on the side. Like I talk about the stresses of the practice, or I
Hmm.
talk about how to how to close cases, case acceptance, you know, all of that stuff. And it was something that I internally struggle with still. Like who is my audience that I'm serving? And is it going to either attract a, you know, like a cosmetic case to me, or is it not? Like, do you ever wonder if like the way you're seen in any of your posts may be, well, he could be a little too big for me, or he could be too maybe too comical for me, and I want someone more serious, more like, especially if you're doing implantology and cosmetic dentistry. Like, have those thoughts ever run through your head?
You know, like in the beginning I did because like I didn't like, and that was more when I was like less experienced too. Like now I'm confident in my dentistry. So like
Yeah,
now I don't care just because like I know I can do the work. In the beginning, I
yeah,
was a little nervous because I was like, hey, you're 29 years old and you're a new dentist and you're trying to promote yourself as a cosmetic dentist in Manhattan. Like, who the hell's gonna really come to you? And like, but maybe you're 37 now and you've been doing it for some years. So now you have the experience behind you, you have the education behind you. Maybe you can start pushing it and start doing some silly videos or something like that. And like, I always have a line. Like, I don't get like, I don't curse. I never curse in front of patients. I never curse in my videos, but like, I
yeah,
will get a little silly with some of my things. And you're absolutely right. Who is this going for? Is this for my patients or is this for dentists? Or is this
yeah,
who? Because you can't
yeah,
really do kind of both. You have to like kind of like, you can't just have a page that's all before and afters because not a single person's going to follow you like a regular person. It's
right,
going to be all doctors and stuff like that. Whereas if you do a little bit of mix, like for me, the comedy has been great because like my patients will be like, oh, that's awesome. Like I had an interview with a magazine the other day on like Wednesday, right? And right before the interview, the guy said he's the CEO of this magazine company. He says, right before the interview, I was talking to my wife and I was like, yeah, I have this interview with like Dr. Nick in 20 minutes. She had Dr. Nick? I follow him. I've been following him for like 5 or 6 years. Like her little, she's like, his videos are so funny. She's not even in
oh,
dentistry
that's
or anything. And
awesome.
like little
Yeah,
things like that, like they see that. So like that, I think it
nice.
warms you up and makes it easier for them to open up when they come into your office because they feel like they know you kind of now. They're like, yeah, I've seen 50 videos of this guy. Like he's an everyday guy. He's just like trying to get by
Yeah.
like me, you know?
I love your answers so much. And yeah, it's awesome because the people who are going to accept us for all of us, I think are going to be the best patients for us anyways.
Yep. They're going to be our
No,
targeted
that's
clientele. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like exactly.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it is wow. Can you believe it's already been 53 minutes, Nick?
It
Time
always goes
just
fast.
flies. Yes. Okay, so just to wrap this up, what are you most looking forward to in the next few weeks? Anything exciting happening? And
Um,
and then that way I can ask you about it the next time we record.
Well, I mean, the easy answer is I'm looking forward to the praxis opening, right? And
Yeah,
getting all the
yeah.
instructions. Like, so like that's what I'm kind of looking forward for in the next 3 or 4 weeks. And like that week that I'm opening is also my birthday week too. So it's like kind of cool how it's like both out there around the same. So like kind of looking forward to that. I think this is gonna be
Oh, I
Yeah,
think that's going to be the best birthday present ever. That's amazing.
absolutely.
And I'm really excited to talk more about social media with you guys because so Nick is going to be at our retreat in Sonoma this November,
Mhm.
and it's going to be fun. Like just hearing him just like dive deep into this stuff and social media is whether you want to believe it or not, it is the future of business. It really
Mhm.
is. Like I had a I had a cosmetic consult, actually two cosmetic consults just last week. And I asked them, like, oh, how did you find this? TikTok. I'm not even really on TikTok. Like my last TikTok, Nick, was like months ago. And it was only because Brian made me record one thing talking about a before and after case. I did that one time. And that TikTok has been where these people found us. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, you have to. Like, people are not just looking at Google reviews and Yelp anymore. Do you guys have Yelp in Jersey?
Yeah, we do, but like people don't really. I don't think Yelp is like big for dental in our area. It's usually just Google, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
it's usually Google. Are
Yeah.
you on TikTok, Nick?
All right. Like I have a TikTok. I just reposted some of my videos, but like I
Yeah.
personally don't like the demo there. I don't like the app. I already have enough time on Instagram and Facebook. If I
Yeah.
add another one and then
Yeah.
another one, it's like where am I gonna I have to cut it somewhere. And personally, in my opinion, Instagram and Facebook has more of the crowd I'm looking for. Older people, a
Yeah.
little bit more money, able to spend. Cause like TikTok, I don't see like my grandma, like her 70-year-old looking for an alt. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are, but like
Yeah.
to me, Facebook and Instagram has worked perfectly well. So like there's no reason, maybe that's a little closed-minded. I just don't have the time because it's a different kind of
No.
content. It's a different kind of content than
Yeah.
Instagram. It's 7-second videos with a viral song. Silly. Like I don't really want to do that.
Oh man. Okay, well, if you guys want to hear Nick speak on social media and leveraging that and just building your brand and creating your side hustle that is honestly more than most people's real hustle, then you need to come see Nick speak on that. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to meet you, Nick, in real life in
I'm
November.
excited.
Uh,
My girlfriend
it's
is
gonna
very excited to come. She's like, you gotta post more. It's like I know. It's like every week I hear it's like, we're going. You gotta start posting for it. So
Yes, yes.
let's do it today. I'll get the first one out there. I'll start posting a little bit more for you because I've had people ask. The
Oh,
past couple of days, I've had people ask like where can they get tickets
oh,
and stuff, and I've
sweet.
been checking the links and stuff.
Oh
So
my
hopefully,
gosh. Okay. That would be awesome. And yeah, tell your girlfriend I can't wait to meet her. It's going to be
yeah.
the best. You guys may just move to California. I'm just saying.
If my family would, maybe, but I don't. I don't know.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna move from one expensive state to a more expensive state. I don't know.
Yeah. Although, if you're open to doing travel implantology, dude, if you're looking for like all on X's and you just want to fly to California like once a month and I can set up patients for you, shoot, that's a
That might
very
work.
lucrative
That might
practice.
work.
You just have to get your license in California though.
I think was it NBD? I think they're different names now, right? The like NBDE, I think was the one that I had to get in Jersey. I don't know
I
if it's the same as Cali.
I'm not sure because I'm old and I took the NERB and then I did a
That's what I
residency and
took.
that's how I got. Okay.
I was still
So
nervous.
I would go if no, I'm completely 100% serious. If you do want to like fly back and forth to Smile and Co and be our travel surgeon, you let me know because I we can leverage
I'm
your
getting you this
social
excited.
media. Yeah, no, it would be fun. Like that would be amazing.
Let's
And then you
we'll
get
talk about that when I come to the retreat.
let
I'd be
let's
interested in
talk
that.
about that.
Yep.
And then your girlfriend can come. And then every time you come, you just go to wine country for the weekend.
Business
Is that
write-offs.
not like, dude, business write-offs? That is, I mean, fly in, like score
Be like a cool
multiple,
dentist. I'm going fly,
be the,
fly.
yeah. Let's make you another APA and do it in implants. I'm legit serious.
Hey,
That'd be
let's
awesome.
talk the retreat.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, you guys heard it here first, or maybe I will edit this part out so it stays between Nick and I. But if you guys are excited or just as excited as Nick and I to come experience wine country in the fall, make sure to check out our retreat, November 15th to 17th. And yeah, join us. It's going to be a blast, and there is nothing like it. And I promise you that. All right, take care, guys. And Nick, we will catch up. I think we have another session, or do we not? Either way, Colin is going to make sure that we have another session. All right, thanks for joining, guys. Thanks, Nick. Bye.